guys, welcome to Liz Kitchen where cooking makes simple. My name is My channel is about Haitian cuisine. I will be showing you guys how to cook Haitian food. So if you want to learn how to cook Haitian food or you haven't cooked Haitian food in a long time, subscribe to my channel so I can show you everything that you need to know about Haitian cuisine. Also, if you want to try something different, if you're tired of eating the same food all the time and you just want to try to eat something different, you can also subscribe to my channel for that. And you never know, you might like what you see. Go and try it for yourself and you might really enjoy it. So on this first video, I will show you guys how to make epis. Epis is a marinade or a rub that we use in, I want to say, about 95% of our food. You're gonna need epis to cook almost everything that we eat. If you want your food to taste good, you're gonna need it. So that's what I'm gonna teach you guys how to make today. Okay, so let's begin. First, let's talk about what we're gonna need. We're gonna need parsley, not the whole thing obviously, but we're gonna need some of that. We're gonna need scallion, green onions, or pole. Okay, I'm not making a lot, so about 3 of those should be good. I have minced garlic here, or whole garlic, it don't matter. I'm gonna use this one just for time purposes, but if this is what you have, you can cut that up a little bit and you'll be good to go. And then I have a red bell pepper here. You can add the orange bell pepper. The reason why I don't add the green is simply because I already have enough green here, so there's no need for me to put more green in there. But you can do the red and orange if you like. And then I have a habanero pepper here. I'm not gonna use the whole thing because my kids, well, not my kids, Nevaeh, my oldest, she doesn't really like spicy food that much, so I'm only gonna use half of this. And then these are optional, and I will talk about why they are optional in a minute. They're the same thing, they're just 2 different kinds. It's just the magi, which is what you guys would consider the bouillon cubes, I believe. You can find this at your local Caribbean store. You can find it at, I want to say you can find it at Publix too. And I think that's it. I don't think you can find, when I was in Georgia, at Fort Benning, I could find it at the Fort Benning commissary, but here in El Paso, I don't find this here. So my sister and my mom always send me some. But yeah, you guys can find that at your local Caribbean markets or Publix. Now, now we're gonna clean it. Let's take these off. Okay, take these off. Place that on my cutting board here. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, one more. All right, there we go. And then we're gonna work with the rest of our ingredients in a minute. So, can you see this right here? We don't use that. So you're gonna cut this off, and then we're just gonna make sure it's clean or looking decent, because this is not looking decent at all. Look at that. So what you wanna do is cut that off, you see? So you're just gonna do it for the rest of these scallions, green onions. Okay, now that we've taken all this off, we're going to wash it thoroughly. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video, but we do need a blender to blend all this. So what I'm gonna do now, since I already have this all clean and washed, I'm gonna go ahead and chop it up and put it in my blender, okay? So that's what you do next. Done with that, we're gonna do our bell pepper. So we don't need the whole thing, by the way. So you just want to get a piece of it, maybe a little bit more. All right, this is fine right here. And you're just gonna chop it up. You don't have to chop it very small, but just chop it up enough for your blender to work through the rest. Okay, and this will last you guys at least up to 4 weeks, I'm gonna say, because I do this once a month. Well, it depends on how often you cook, I guess. But for me, because I cook different things, so it'll last me up to a month. All right, now we're gonna do our parsley. Like I said, we don't need a lot of the parsley. And plus, I use the parsley for different things, so yeah. This is enough. And we're gonna rinse this out thoroughly, make sure it's clean. All right, we got our clean parsley. And we also gonna chop this up. Very easy, guys, okay? It's not that complicated. And there's not necessarily a step that this has to be in. Okay, this is just what I use. I know people use other things in there, but for me, I think this one gives me the most flavor that I'm looking for. Okay, so we did our bell pepper, we did our scallions, we did our parsley, and now we're gonna do our habanero. Rinse it. I rinse all my veggies, I'm sorry guys, okay? So, like I said, if you're not used to working with this, and you want to do the whole thing, I would advise that you wear gloves because, you know, it can have your fingers feeling some type of way, like it will hurt or something. But I'm so used to using this, it doesn't even bother me, and plus I'm not using the whole thing, so add that in there. Now again, like I said, if you guys want to use this kind of garlic, just chop it all up and add it in there. But for me, I'm trying to, like I said, simple, guys, simple. So that's why I'm using this. I can just use a spoon, put a scoop in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna, for me, this is enough. So this is about, what, a teaspoon? Add it in there. That's it. So now that we add all our ingredients in here, this is the next step that we're gonna do before we blend it. Now you have the option of using oil, any type of oil you use. You can use oil or you can use vinegar. I've done it both ways, so there's not really a right or wrong. But I personally prefer to use oil because I feel like I get the texture that I'm looking for. It just come out all better, and I feel that it lasts me a little longer as well. So that's why I prefer to use oil, and you don't need to use a lot of oil or vinegar to do this, okay? So we're just gonna squirt some in here. And this should be enough. Yeah, this is enough. is gonna come down. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my Maggi cube. And the reason why I add my Maggi cube is when you blend this, it's just gonna be green. And I love color in my food. I love greens too, but I love color in my food. So that is why I use a Maggi cube. A Maggi cube give your Epis, your marinade, your rub some color. You don't have to use this. Again, this is optional, but I like to use it. Again, it just makes the flavors pop a little bit more. It makes everything better. So we're gonna open this up and add that in. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna rinse my hands and then I'm gonna blend it up. I went ahead and cleaned my area because I like to clean as I go. So, okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and blend it up. All right, guys. So first I put it on chop so it could chop it up. And once I got all my veggies chopped, and then I will go ahead and puree my Epis here, and I will show you exactly what it looks like. It's not all green. I mean, it's no problem if it's green, but like I said, I just wanted a little bit of color, which is why I add my Maggi cube. So again, it's optional. You don't have to, but this is what it looks like. I'm gonna open it and take my face away from it because all that fumes of green pepper and, I mean, not pepper, I'm sorry. All that fumes from the scallions is probably gonna hit me, and I don't want my eyes to water. I'll take my eyes away from it. Alright guys, can you see? And that's it. We're gonna pour it in. This is my container that I use to put my Epis in. You can put this in a mason jar. You can put this in any container that you like and store it in the refrigerator. If you want, you can date it. It doesn't go bad at all, so you don't have to worry about that. But like I said, this will probably last me a month because I'm always cooking, so that's probably how long it's gonna last me. I'm just gonna get a spoon here to scrape the rest. Okay. Pause. Alright guys, this is it. Thanks again guys for tuning in. So this is it guys. This is how we make Epis, marinade, rub, you know, whatever you want to call it. Next video I will show you guys how I marinate my meat, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with friends and family that may be looking to do this and they don't know how or they don't know the recipe. Okay guys, thanks again for watching. Have a good day.